Is this sod? I says, absolutely, first year sod. Never been grown.
Yeah.
Okay. They walked through there, and they got heads like, we got heads like this, with a 19 to a 20,000 plant count. Okay. They're walking through there, and they're picking seeds out the size of your thumb. You know, they're going, my God, you know, they're full of moisture. You have 35, 40%. But, I mean, and these guys are going, this isn't sod. I says, yeah. I says that because we're feeding it from the top. Not just the bottom, we're feeding it from the top. And that's what's making those heads so large and they're filling up.
Right.
It's because it's from the top.
Right.
And so you're bringing it in from the bottom and you're bringing it in from the top, and when you hit it from the top with the C4 and the Mintec, or not the Mintec, the NPK, it allows that plant to both directions. And that's what made the difference on that.
Yeah.
And with Scott, the first application, he just said the whole field within 48 hours. There was a field next to him that was corn, and the sunflowers, and they were the same color. And there was like just a trail, it was all on the section line, just enough to drive a pickup down.
Right.
And he went in the first time with the bug spray and sprayed it, and the flowers just leaped to it. Within 48 hours, it went to a total green, and the corn stayed yellow, except on one corner where the plane got a little slid over a little too much, and there was like 30 feet in the corner of this cornfield that just turned bright green. Yeah. Right where the plane kind of swung around with the bug spray. It just turned bright green. So then after a while, the plant, it kind of mellowed back out, so the corn, it kind of equaled out in about 2 weeks. So then it was 14 days and we were going to spray it again. He says, well, should we do it the second time? And I says, well, how about if you strip it? He says, okay, let's strip it. I says, the plane's got GPS, let's strip it. So he says, well, then he calls me the next day, and he says, the guy in the plane says, well, what would be cool if we stripped it the other way? And then you could see it better instead of running down the rows, strip it sideways so that you were running against the rows. And he says that way the township road runs by there, and the people that would drive by on the township road would try to figure out what's wrong with this field. Because you got green and it's not green and then you got green. And within 48 hours after we sprayed it the second time, it was just like a zebra. You drive along the road, and he had, I don't know how many phone calls. What did they do to your sunflower field? Why is it bright green and then there isn't anything, then it's bright green and there isn't anything? And he told him, he says, it's a chemical that we use, C4, and that's the difference in what it makes. And by striping it to the road where everybody drove by it, then they got to look and see. And then this fall when we went in with the combine, we combined it for him. We went in with the combine, and we would do, it would be going along, and it would be at 1,800, 1,900 pounds, and it jumped to 2,200, and then it'd go back to, and just as you're going down the field, it would keep going up and down, and that whole field was there was 300 acres there. And it averaged over 2,000 pounds. And this was a replant.
Right.
That after we got done planting it rained 3 inches. And the stuff rotted in the ground.
Wow.
It rained 3 inches and rotted in the ground. We had to wait 2 weeks. It was the 3rd of July. We went in and replanted it on the 3rd of July. And we got a good take on the second deal. But it was ridiculous because those flowers actually caught up with the other flowers because of the heat we had. And then the guy 2 miles north of there had the same flowers, confectionery flowers, as this guy had. And I told him to use C4. Do not use headline, because we're going to be pushing the date of frost on these right now. And every time you use headline, it will extend the life of the plant 2 weeks. I've seen it over and over and over again in sunflowers and corn and wheat. You can't get the damn straw to die, so it will dry down because you use headline. If you have a spot in the field you didn't use headline, the straw was fine, it was dead. You know, and we've been doing this back and forth on all these crops. The flowers that he put headline on never made the freeze. A mile and a half down the road, planted the same exact day.
Sure.
Didn't make the freeze. They ended up 17 to 18 pound flowers.
Right, and it's nothing against Headline, it's just that's the way it works.
And in a normal year, Headline would have worked fine.
Yeah, and Headline's a great product. We love it.
Right. I mean, but it extends the life of the plant.
Right.
And C4 does not extend the life of the plant.
Extends the life of the plant, but it doesn't hurt the maturity date.
The maturity date, that's correct.
Keep your crop online.
Yep.
It'll keep your crop healthy and going.
Absolutely. And the thing is, it's two different products.
Yeah.
Works two different directional ways.
And
I would, in a normal year, I would say if you combine the two, you're going to hit a home run. I mean, in the World Series, the way it would look to me. But your cost factor is how big of a home run you're going to do. The C4 for your buck is going to give you the best cost factor, and it controls a lot of the problems that you have in the field. It works on all. Only thing we haven't. We did it on sunflowers. We've done it on beans. We've done it on wheat. The only thing we haven't done it on yet, and that's this year. We're going to do it on corn, and we're going to strip it on corn, and we're going to see what it makes a difference on corn. We believe that we do it every year. On the beans this year, we did 3 different products. We went from the first product, we were 8 bushel over. The second product, we were 6 bushel over. It's a better product than what we found anyplace else. Sunflowers, the quality of the flour, not so much in oil flours, because then you're looking for pounds, so there's not a lot of quality. But when it comes to confectionaries, food edibles, confectionaries, you're dealing with a $36 a hundred crop, $30 a hundred crop. This year it was a $24 a hundred crop. You're dealing with a crop that is on percentages, seed size. The bigger the seed, the more in-shell market is overseas. It's the higher the dollar. So the bigger the seed you raise, the more premium you get. It's a plus situation. It never stops.